Hey, welcome. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how to find the hidden stories in your data using the Jupyter report. We're going to go from what looks like just a bunch of confusing numbers to some really clear insights. Let's dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a spreadsheet just packed with user data, and you're just lost. You know the information is in there somewhere, but what does it all actually mean? Well, that's exactly the problem we're here to solve. And this is where the Jupyter report comes in. It's really designed to do one thing, and do it well. Turn all that data chaos into pure clarity. It takes all those numbers and turns them into simple visuals and real insights, so you can get the answers you need fast. So, here's our game plan for this quick tour. First, we'll just get oriented with the dashboard. Then, and this is super important, we'll master filtering. After that, we'll break down the key numbers and charts, I'll introduce you to your personal AI analyst, and we'll wrap up with a few pro tips. Okay, so think of this dashboard as your command center. Really, its whole job is to give you a clean, high-level view of how your users are actually engaging with your content. Are they watching videos, opening documents, whatever it is you're tracking. Now, before we even glance at a single chart, we have to talk about probably the most powerful feature on this entire page, the filters. This is how you stop looking at all the data and start looking at the right data to answer your questions. And it's a really simple three-step process. You can search for a specific person or a piece of content. You can narrow it down to one type of interaction, like just video plays. And of course, you can set your date range. The magic here is that every time you change one of these, the entire dashboard updates instantly to show you the answer. All right, so once you've got your filter set, the first place you're going to look is right up top. These three cards, they're like the headlines of your data story. The most important, need-to-know numbers right off the bat.
First up is total interactions. Just think of this as pure activity. It counts every single thing that happens. So if one person plays a video 3 times and stops it twice, boom, that's 5 interactions. It's a simple way to see how busy things are.
But activity isn't the whole story. The next number, active users, tells you how many unique people are driving all that activity. So that one super user who racked up 100 interactions, they still only count as one active user. This one is absolutely crucial because it measures your actual audience reach. So let's just put it side by side because this is so important. Interactions tell you how busy your platform is. Active users tell you how many people you're actually reaching. You really need both to get the full picture. And that third card, top content, that one's easy. It's your leaderboard. It just instantly points you to the #1 most popular piece of content based on your filters. Simple as that. Okay. Let's move down to the charts and see how all this data starts to build a visual story. This is where you can spot trends and patterns in a second that you might totally miss just by looking at the raw numbers. This first one, the event distribution chart, gives you a super quick breakdown of what people are actually doing. For example, you can see right away if way more people are starting your videos than are actually finishing them, which, tells you a lot. And right next to it, you'll see the top 5 engaged content. So while that card up top gives you the #1 winner, this bar chart shows you the top 5 contenders. It's a fantastic way to see what content is consistently getting people's attention. But what if you're in a hurry? Or what if you're not sure what you're looking for? Well, this is where the dashboard gets a superpower, a built-in AI analyst, powered by Gemini, that's ready to do the heavy lifting for you. You can literally just click one button, Generate Smart Report, and the AI analyzes all the data that's currently on your screen. It then writes up a simple, plain English summary of the key takeaways and even gives you a strategic recommendation. It's pretty amazing. No manual work needed. And if you have a specific question in mind, you can just ask it directly in the chat. You could ask something really straightforward like this to immediately figure out which video is killing it. You can also get a little more complex and ask it to make comparisons for you. Want to know if people are watching more videos or opening more PDFs? Just type it in, and it'll crunch the numbers and give you the answer. You can even ask it to identify your power users. This helps you find your most engaged audience members without having to dig through any logs yourself. It's basically like having a data analyst on call 24/7. Okay, to wrap things up, let's quickly cover a few pro tips and take a peek under the hood at the raw data for those times you really need to get into the weeds. Way down at the very bottom of the page, you'll find this table, the recent data log. This shows you every single event, line by line. It's perfect for when you need to see exactly what a specific user did, and in what order. And just to make sure you have a super smooth experience, here are 3 quick things to keep in mind. That reset button,
It's your best friend for starting a new analysis. If you're using a really big file, just give the browser a second to catch up. And remember, the AI analyst does need an internet connection to work its magic.
And that's it. In just these last few minutes, we've gone through the entire dashboard. From filtering your view all the way to asking the AI for insights, you now have all the keys you need to unlock the story that's been hiding in your data. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Now that you've got the tools, what is the very first story you're going to try and uncover from your data? Your answer is just a few clicks away.